let's look at the shapes of polynomials that have different degrees. So if you have a polynomial with a degree of 0, and remember this has a degree of 0 because it has a secret little x to the 0 there, which is the same as 1. We call this a constant. All right, and that constant polynomial is just f of x equals 3, which is a horizontal line, 3. Constant polynomials are horizontal lines. Okay, if you're looking at degree of 1, and if it's not written, then you know that it has a degree of 1. That is a linear function, a linear polynomial, and f of x equals x is a line that goes like this. Okay. If you have a degree of 2, then you are talking about a quadratic function. Right? This is degree of 2, so we say it's a quadratic. All right. And x squared is a parabola. Both ends are up like this. Okay. Once you get into cubics, it gets a little more interesting. And we're going to talk as we go on about things that are how these functions get drawn. But for right now, we're going to say that this is a cubic. All right. And so it's going to have 2 turns. It's going to be shaped like that. One end up and one end down. The next one is a quartic, has a degree of 4. And when you're drawing a quartic, you have both ends facing the same way. So this would be something like this, and this is an approximation. It would have this W kind of shape. All right. And the last one here is called a quintic, because it has a degree of 5. And a quintic is going to start here. It's going to have kind of like a double bump situation. All right. So you'll notice that all the graphs in blue. Sorry, I forgot to put arrows here. All the graphs in blue. The constant is kind of a special case, but the quadratic and the quartic both have their ends pointing the same way. They're both up or both down. The graphs in purple have their ends pointing opposite ways, one end up and one end down, and we'll talk about that in some detail in another video. All right, but these are general shapes by degree of polynomials.